Okay, so to start, I'm going to just go to an elevation view, and we'll start at level 2 and we'll go up to level 7. So right now all the floor-to-floor heights are the same, but let's say that there were going to be 2 levels in the middle that were going to be 2 feet shorter. And then, of course, we'll just have to lower this one to be 15 as well. Okay, so now what we have is a few levels that are at 13 feet floor to floor, and a few levels that are at 15 floor to floor. And so now if we go back to level 2, and we go to make our stair, the first one we'll do is we'll just say make a stair that goes from level 2 up to level 3, and I'll just put it in the middle of the project here, and we'll say there are our first, we'll go 13 risers. It said that this is going to end with a riser, and then we'll make another run that says begins and ends with a riser as well. So we'll come one short, and then we'll say also ends with a riser. So now we have our 26, and then we'll finish the stair. And then here we'll go back to 3D. Perfect. Okay. So now if we were to take this staircase and we were to say select levels and give it levels 4, 5, 6, and then we'll need 7 as well. But for now we'll just do those 3. And then if we just extend it up to one more level that I missed, we can grab this and say connect another level, grab number 7. Okay, so when this is done, we now have this thing called the multi-story stair, and if you were to tab select it, what it is each one of a similar floor-to-floor height is now like a subgroup. So there is our 15-foot floor-to-floor heights that we saw earlier, and of course if I was to then tab select one of the other ones, that's going to be the shorter floor-to-floor height. And you'll see that like likened floor-to-floor heights are pinned or grouped together. And so they're all responding to what happened down at the first one, which is this one down here. So if I go and if I were to use the tag by category, okay, we have to lock our view. So if we say tag by category and we go to our stair run, it will let us tag the first one. Probably the second one too, because that's the second run on the same stair. But if we now go to do that on one of the other floor-to-floor heights that were the same, you can't get below the stair objects. You'll see here that we can grab stair, assembled stair, metal, concrete, pan, and stringer, but you can't get down to the individual stair run, which is the item that the tags work on. So that's kind of interesting, but then if you were to tab select them and unpin them, it takes a minute or two to unpin, but then they become full-fledged objects again, and now we can tag down. Now the reason they become full-fledged objects is now if we make an edit to the bottom one, it will change the bottom and the top, but it won't change that level 3 stair, which we want it to. We want all the floor-to-floor heights that are the same to be editable by editing one stair. So it would be kind of interesting to see if we could mark this one as having originally been pinned, so that then we can force unpin it just for tagging, but then if we wanted to edit the staircase, we could repin it. So I'll have to take a peek and see how that works. Okay, so if we do that again, if we grab the second level's staircase here from level 3 to level 4 and we unpin it, of course now we know that we can use tag by category, and we can tab down to the stair run that is subordinate to the stair itself, and we can tag both of them. I decided to try this first because if we actually snoop on the first stair and then snoop on the second one, they look identical in terms of this second stair does show its subordinate runs in the list of stair runs that are members of the stair. But it is true that if we take this stair and then repin it, we lose all the tags that are on the subordinate runs. So the reason this is important, by the way, is we're looking at basically our life safety implementation for stairs. And if we go down to one of these plans, just to show you an example, there's various kinds of egress widths on every level that we have to account for. One of them is doors and one of them is stairs. Now, interestingly enough, Revit stair objects are not aware of the widths of the runs within them. And that makes sense because different stair runs could be different widths. So what we do instead is we have that tag that you saw in 3D, which is a tag for the stair run category. And so as an example, this is an exit stair that leaves level 3 and goes down. So let's say this was stair 1 and we're on level 3. That's how we would tag this particular run. Now, it's not a perfect science, of course, because there's only going to be one run, hypothetically, for every floor. But the issue that we just discovered is since all of these other pinned stairs cannot have a run that's tagged, we can't actually have stair 1.07 because we have no way to get down to the run to generate that. And because of that, we won't be able to tag it in life safety. We won't be able to do anything unless we grab all of the pinned stairs in the multi-story stair and then unpin them. So that looks like what we're going to try for now, but was just wondering if that was the intended behavior, because it is weird that, again, if we grab this stair and unpin it, there is a stair run there and we should be able to tag it. So just thought, get your thoughts on it.